All right, you made it back for day 2 of Matt's Math and More. I'm glad to see you. Very happy you came back to join me for some homework help. Today's homework isn't too bad. It's the beginning of equivalent fractions. So we'll get started nice and easy. We'll work our way up, get a little harder as the unit goes on. But today's no problem. Pretty easy, just like scratching your back on a tree. So if you're following along in math expressions, this is homework 1-2. If you're not in math expressions, it's equivalent fractions, like the very beginning. And we kind of took a look at what fractions are, and they're parts of a whole. So this is a whole number. And equivalent fraction would be an equal part, like the Latin word, the Greek word Latin equa means equal or half, like the equator. I'm trying to think of other equal signs. Equals. Well, equivalent means or equal. So we had half, we have quarters. So in other words, like 2/4 equals 1/2. These are equivalent fractions. There we go here. Oh, if we did eighths, 4/8 equals 2/4. 4/8 also equals 1/2. So this is what we're talking about when we talk about equivalent fractions. Like 1/2 is equal to 2/4 is equal to 4/8. Those are all the same. Alright, so check this out. We can, instead of using these blocks to represent whole, half, quarters, and eighths, we could draw a number line. Like we could say this number line is the whole thing. Okay. And I'm going to draw it 3 times because this is a whole, 2/2 is a whole. I'm going to draw it 4 times, 4/4 is a whole, 8/8 is a whole. So there's the one that corresponds with the blue one. Here's the one that corresponds with halves. I'll just put a line in half right there. See, 1/2, 2/2. So that's this line. All right. Here's the one that corresponds with quarters. So how do I make a quarter? Well, to make quarters, you cut it in half, and then you cut the halves in half. Now I got quarters. See, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. All right. And then I'm going to make one for eighths. Same length line. So first I'll cut it in half. That would be like that. Okay. Then I'll cut the halves in half. Okay, like that. Okay. Then I'll cut those each in half. So each one of those goes in half. So I should have 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, I got it. So now I can get rid of these guys. Now we just have a number line. And I could label my number line like this, obviously, is 1/2. 1/2. This is 1/4. This is 2/4. But 2/4 is, as you can see, the same as 1/2. And this is eighths, so like 1/8, 2/8, 3/8. This is 4/8. But 4/8 is also the same as 2/4, is the same as 1/2. So 1/2 is equal to 2/4. It's equal to 4/8. So now I can go about and like ask some questions based on this number line. Like if I took this green equilateral triangle and I put it right here, I could ask the question like, what fourth is the green equilateral triangle on? And all I would have to do is count. Here's 1/4, 2/4. Oh, that green equilateral triangle is on the 3/4 line. I could do something similar to it. I could take like this cool, I don't know what that is, rubber ducky, Army rubber ducky, Marine Corps rubber ducky. I could put them over here and say, what line is the rubber duck's tail on? I don't know, it's goofy, but I know I'm in the 8th section, so that's 1/8, 2/8. He's on the 2/8 section, 3/8, 4/8, 5, 6, 7, 8/8. Yeah. Got it. So once you break them up, you can use a number line, kind of like this, just the same way you use these fraction bars. Alright, let's neaten this up. I got a better pen right now so we can write a little better. This is a 1/2. It's not that much better, but these are halves. These are fourths. See, 1, 2, 3, 4. And these are eighths. 1/8, 2/8, 3/8, 4/8, 5/8, 6/8, 7/8, 8/8. All right. We can also ask a different question. We could say, oh, if I have, here's 1/4 right here. 1/4, whoops, that's a half. 1/4 cup of ice. How many eighths do I have? I don't know. Well, you can look up here on your equivalent fraction. See, 1/4 corresponds right here. If I were to draw a line, these are the same, but this is 1/8, 2/8. Oh, okay, so the answer would be 2/8. So 1/4, oh, I did half again. Why am I doing that? 1/4 equals 2/8. So I can use my number line to kind of make some comparisons between the fractions. So you just kind of look at which numbers line up. I could do it here with this one here. Here's 3/4. It lines up perfectly with this one. That would be 1/8, 2/8, 3/8, 4/8, 5/8, oh, 6/8. So I could also say 3/4 is the same as 6/8. Oh, that's itchy. Got an itch. Ooh, it itches. Oh, that's better. Oh, yeah, that's better. Oh, okay.